if you know the Washington big shots, he's one of the big ones. Here's one from J. Edgar Hoover himself. I don't know if you can see the signature, but it's signed, dated June 18th, 1964, to Ted Gunderson. I want to commend you for your fine services in acting as a general chairman of the F.B.I. Field Day and Picnic held last Saturday, and from success in this event, good time enjoyed. You knew them all. Here's on Edmund C. Brown's letterhead, Governor. Here's another one, Johnny Carson. Ted Gunderson's credentials as an investigator are impeccable. I'm sure his advice will be most helpful to many people. People, that's you today. He's got some words for you today. To whom it may concern, Ted Gunderson has been a friend of mine, and since the mid-70s, he was a special agent in charge of the Dallas, Texas, and that's dated 87, signed by Dan Reeves. Here's one to Uberwath. Most of you probably won't know who he is, but does the Major League Baseball commissioner mean anything to you? Here's one from F. Lee Bailey. Really? From attorney F. Lee Bailey, who hasn't got his license back yet. Some judge is still mad at him. Internationally famed defense attorney has this to say about Ted Gunderson. He's at the top of his craft as an investigator. That's from lawyer F. Lee Bailey. And then we got one from the Chicago Bears. It's all handwritten. It looks like Mike Ditka hand wrote you a recommendation. I'm really glad you're here. I'm glad you're not investigating me. What's this? So you got a picture here? Oh, no. Is this Hugh Hefner, the Playboy guy?
Well, I was a guest there at a dinner.
Oh, you weren't in charge of security at the dinner?
No.
And there he is. You have been around, Ted. You have really been around. Wow. We had Isaiah Rivera on the show last week reading your a synopsis. He didn't really have enough time to finish it, but he did a report on your Gunderson report on Dr. Jeffrey MacDonald, former Army captain, Green Beret.
Doctor, right? Former Green Beret doctor at Fort Bragg.
Mm-hmm. At Fort Bragg. And the government, the Army held a trial for him on the murder of his wife and daughters. And they said, hey, he's clean. They exonerated him, right?
That's right. They had what they call an Article 32, which is an Army hearing. And they exonerated him. They said he didn't do it. And Colonel Rock, who was in charge, presiding over the Article 32, told the CID, Criminal Investigating Division, Department of Army, to go out and check on Helena Stokely, who they suspected was involved in the murders. And Helena Stokely, if you know the story, was the girl in the floppy hat standing on the street corner when military police Micah was en route to the scene. When he arrived at the scene, he told his superior officer, I think we have a suspect back there on the corner, blonde, a wig, floppy hat, and they just ignored it.
They ignored it.
They ignored it.
And you later got a confession from her that she did the murder, didn't you?
Yes.
You had a confession signed by her.
I have a confession. I had her on audio tape. I have her on videotape.
And the government doesn't care?
Well, we had a hearing on it, and the judge ignored it.
The judge looked at it and said, I don't care?
Yeah, I testified for, several hours as to my involvement in the case.